required or optional? Those are two different things, aren't they? There are some things in our life that are optional. We can do them or not do them, and we're probably not much, if any, better or any worse off. There are other things that are mandatory. They're required, and a failure to do those things can lead to some significant problems. Maybe another way we would put it is, do I have to? I'm old enough to remember when seat belts were not mandatory. They were optional, but now if you're going to drive a car in our state, you need to have a seat belt on. Car seats for children are mandatory, and that's a good thing. It's for their protection. You can't just get up and drive up and down the road. You need a driver's license. That's mandatory to being able to operate a vehicle. Maybe with parents and children, what in the home is mandatory, what is optional? Is doing homework an optional thing or a mandatory thing? What about taking a bath, brushing your teeth, cleaning your room? A lot of things in life are optional, a lot of things in life are mandatory. What about the spiritual sense? Sometimes people take spiritual things that are mandatory and try to make them optional, or vice versa. In John 4:24, Jesus said, God's a spirit, and they that worship him must, mandatory, worship him in spirit and truth. Two things are involved there in order to please God. Jesus says in John chapter 3 and verse 5, unless a person is born of water and spirit, he can't enter into the kingdom of heaven. Mandatory, not optional. What things are required? Being born of water and born of the Spirit. What about Acts 2:38 when Peter was asked, what do we need to do to be saved? He said, repent and be baptized, every one of you, for the remission of sin. What's optional? What's mandatory? Can you choose to repent? Can you choose to be baptized? Or are those mandatory and required? Mark 16:16, he that believes and is baptized shall be saved. Both of those are requirements for salvation. Jesus said in Matthew 18 and verse 3, unless we become converted and become like little children, we can't enter the kingdom of heaven. Humility is not an option. It's a requirement if we're going to follow God. It's important to know in a lot of areas of life, and especially in the spiritual realm, what's required and what's optional.
I need thee, oh, I need